Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We are back yet again, this time on a Thursday morning. Hope you're all having an amazing start to your day out there, wherever you are in the world. But it's a Thursday morning, and we have a special edition of Crypto Empire Morning Domination coming at you right now. So strap in. It's going to be a great show. Big shout out to everybody already in the live audience. We got Jazzy with us saying, "Morning Crypto Empire fam, let's get it." Absolutely, Jazzy. It's time to get after it. We have a lot to discuss in today's show. A lot is happening in the crypto market. We got Coinbase launching their own Layer 2 network built with the Optimism developer stack, and a lot of other relevant news. The Ethereum Shanghai upgrade is right around the corner, and Bitcoin still getting rejected from that $25,000 level, not able to break through just yet. So are we going to have a hard rejection where we correct back down to $20,000, or are we going to pump through it and go ahead and test higher levels? I'll be covering all of these topics in this live stream, so be sure to stick with me until the very end. Let's start things off with our market overview and then hop right into the scheduled programming content for today. All right, so looking at the market as it does stand right now, big shout out to All Day Dre, by the way, and Satoshi Flacco saying, "Let's go, Connor. You have been on fire lately. I appreciate that. Just doing what we do out here, man. Staying up to date, being on top of things. That's all we can do." Now, looking at Bitcoin trading at $23,872. Not really too great. And like I said, the dollar is strong right now. Stocks are looking really ugly. So the way that it looks right now, it looks like Bitcoin is going to be correcting a little bit further. I'll get into that in just one moment as we get into the charting technical analysis part of this stream. But Ethereum also not doing too great, trading at $1,651. XRP has been, really weak. I'll chart XRP today too and give you my thoughts overall on that. But yeah, right now for the most part, everything is down except really for a few of the hot market sectors. And one of those is going to be the liquid staking derivatives, these tokens. We can see, for example, we have coins like LDO Lido up 4% on the day right now, right at these big resistance levels. And if you look at my watch list over here for the LSD coins, for the most part, they are all green, up 4%, 6%, 6%. So the LSD coins are hot right now, and so is Optimism. So we'll be covering that. But for the most part, everything kind of waiting on BTC to pick its move, make its decision right now. So let's get into it and go over the Bitcoin technical analysis. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. And let's go to this Coinbase one first, a little bit cleaner. So looking at Bitcoin here on the daily time frame, very clear still what's happening. We have the wick from the May of 2022 crash, and that's at 25,200, and on this chart it's $373. And if you look at where we are recently, price literally stopping exactly at that level where that wick was. So that's our resistance, very clear. We are holding this support level, which was previous resistance, and this comes into play at $23,770. All right, this is holding, but barely right now. So Bitcoin, it's a tricky market right now. It is a tricky market. We have had an explosive run up from the start of the new year. We saw a 52% pump from high to low, and now we are at a major weekly and monthly resistance level, and it's acting as resistance. Can't really be surprised by that. It's going to take a few tries to break through, most likely, right? A lot of indicators are kind of pointing right now that we do retest some lower levels. Now, if we do get a retest, I really doubt we break down further past these lows over here at $20,350. All right, this is our main demand zone to keep an eye on over here. We previously used the liquidity from these wicks during last week's CPI meeting, right? This was our bottom before we pumped right back up, and we actually tested 25K. That happened on February 15th. And yeah, so if we do correct further, I'd still expect these lows to hold. I don't really expect a real break past 20K. I'm still bullish, but here's the thing, nothing goes straight up. All right, so I do expect 28 to 30K, this zone to get tested, but the way that things kind of look right now, we could definitely be in for another correction before we get that next impulse higher. Now, with that being said, it's not all doom and gloom right now because we haven't necessarily lost all these support levels. It certainly looks like we're in the process of breaking down right now, right? Maybe some people would call this like the Bart Simpson pattern, right? Pump up, distribution, then a move lower. It certainly looks like that's in the process, but it has not happened yet. We don't have a structure breakdown just yet. So until the structure fully breaks down and we lose this trend line, then it is still possible we get an impulse higher and we go and test something like 26K, which is going to be our next level on the chart. It is possible, but the way things look, not necessarily likely. And one main kind of thing I'm watching right now is the DXY, the US dollar index. And the DXY right now is at local resistance and it's trying to push its way higher through. Now, if I go ahead and zoom this chart out to a daily time frame, right, you can see I have some nice trend lines on the chart going back to 2021, some of them even longer, and they basically have formed some nice channels that the dollar has been trading in throughout the years, right? This channel here, you can see the dollar was trading in this for around one full year. Okay, before it broke out higher, and that was of course during the entire year of 2022 in that crypto bear market, you know, when the dollar really punched up to 115, and that's when we saw Bitcoin and altcoins really get decimated. But the dollar has had a nice retracement lower, back down to the one-on-one level, right? This was strong support, and we bounced off of it very nicely. We didn't just bounce off of it, we reversed off of it. And we have also reclaimed the 103.8 support resistance flip level. So this is now acting as resistance again. It had a beautiful, if I zoom this in, it had a beautiful breakout retest, now another push higher. And the dollar right now is trying to get back into this channel. Okay, the dollar in this channel means a strong dollar, which is very bad for risk assets, simply put. All right, so with the dollar looking the way it is right now, and if it continues in this trajectory, maybe some miracle happens and it gets rejected from this trend line and starts to, you know, go down again, but unlikely. So with the dollar like this, trying to get back into this channel, and if it trades in this channel, simply just not going to be a great time for risk assets, whether you're looking at stocks, commodities, crypto, whatever. They're all risk assets, risk on assets. So when the dollar is strong and going higher, the inverse correlation makes those risk on assets go lower. There have been times where Bitcoin will go higher as the dollar does go higher as well. Some may call that a decoupling. There are periods of time where that does happen. Could that happen again here? Yes, absolutely it could. But nobody can say for sure. So we definitely have to basically just manage our risk. That's what we do as market speculators, and expect the dollar to reclaim this channel, this upward sloping channel, which of course won't be great for risk assets. Now let's also look at stocks. All right, so here we're looking at the S&P 500, the SPX. This is a daily time frame again, and market opened around 2.5 hours ago, and it's really been down only from today's market open. Stocks are looking pretty bad today. All right, let's go to an hourly time frame and really get into this. Zoom in, and as you can see over here, it's been nothing but red selling from the time of today's New York session market open. All right, and the correlation has really kind of been off. Crypto has been much stronger than stocks over the past 2 weeks as Bitcoin has went ahead and tested 25K and the likes. Stocks have really kind of just been in distribution. As you can see, this is just distribution. Now it's actually going ahead and selling off. So now we have stocks looking weak and Bitcoin also looking weak. So it's looking like that correlation is coming back into play here. So expect the worst, essentially, is what I'm trying to tell you. Manage your risk properly. We did also just lose this gap. Not great. All right, not a great look here. Yeah, not necessarily a very strong looking Bitcoin right now. So yeah, definitely exercise caution. That's all I'm trying to tell you right now. Um, Again, if we correct further, take it level by level. But if you're short, right? If you're short from 25K, taking a breakdown short is always going to be a lot more difficult than getting in at the resistance. But if you are short from 25K, personally, I would look to ride it down to around $20,500. Right, this should be your kind of main target for the trade here. If you're in a short looking for this big correction, 20,500. Basically, just like, turn off your computer, turn off your Wi-Fi, don't look at your trading app, and let the market do what it needs to do until it does get down there, because that's your main target for a short trade if you're short from around these levels up here, these highs. All right, so let's get into today's Twitter wisdom now. Move ahead along. Before I do that, big shout out to everybody in our live audience. We got Steve Sabat, we got Trucker Steve in the building, saying Trucker here, what's up, digging out from 2 feet of snow. Stay safe out there, Trucker Steve. We got Elite Tiago saying NTX analysis. We'll get into altcoins at the end of the stream, my man. We got Lorenzo Corrado in the building. What's happening, Lorenzo? Good to see you in the live chat, my man. Thank you for the support. We got Crypto Guts saying yo. And we got Lorenzo asking, what do you think about the current Bitcoin and USDT dominance? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So on the daily time frame here, Bitcoin dominance dropping today, but as you see, it's been in a pretty obvious kind of uptrend here, making our higher highs and higher lows, right? High, low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, etc. Now it's at the major 44.8, really 45% resistance level, and it is having some difficulty here. So it's dropping right now, but we want to see this level just hold. I'm personally expecting a strong Bitcoin. We've seen altcoins really shine a lot, but people have forgotten that, Bitcoin is the king, and it's still technically a bear market. We're not fully in that crypto summer season right now. You can call it spring. The way it kind of looks right now, the seasons do shift rapidly. So maybe spring has gone away and we're kind of in a crypto fall where we can expect more corrections than the like. But regardless, Bitcoin dominance right now in an uptrend at the 45% resistance level. Now, I brought this up a lot over kind of my day streaming, but 50% is really where Bitcoin dominance needs to get to really flush out most of the garbage from the market. And we really have a healthy kind of a healthy flush out is what I would call it. We have over 10,000, 12,000 altcoins in the market. A lot of them are just money grabs by the founders. So a lot of stuff is yet to get flushed. And a Bitcoin dominance move to 50%, seeing so much capital rotate back into Bitcoin is going to be a proper flush out for all of these assets. But the way it looks right now, I do see that this level gets snapped at 44%, 45%, and Bitcoin dominance will make its way higher here towards 50. And that really would kind of be where you want to max deploy into alts, right? When Bitcoin dominance is high, that's when you really want to take your positions, because that's when we see basically you're buying low and selling high. When Bitcoin dominance is high, alts are low. Then as it drops, right, you want to see Bitcoin dominance make these lower lows past this level. That's when altcoins are going to be high and you sell and take profit. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance right now at resistance, getting rejected, possible. The trend is up, right? The trend is your friend until the end. Possible double top. We want to see this support level holds and then take another stab at it and punch up higher. And that would mean strength for Bitcoin and weakness on alts. Now let's look at USDT dominance as well. And USDT dominance is... First thing to note on the daily time frame, it did break the parabola. All right, this was in a nice uptrend. You can use a trend line as well, whatever works, whatever you want to use. But however you look at it, whatever metric you use to measure kind of the overall market trend, it broke it. All right, broke the parabola, broke the trend line. So that is a break of structure. Okay, what does that mean? It means that people are getting out of stable coins and deploying them back into the market. So this is a good thing. All right, this means money is being deployed into Bitcoin, into altcoins, and then we see further price increases from there. Now we're kind of just in distribution up here. There hasn't been a spike in stablecoin dominance, and there hasn't really been a significant drop. If anything, again, it's just a weakening trend. The trend was up, continuous higher highs and higher lows, and that's stopped now. Right, we're kind of just making equal highs and equal lows and hanging on to support down here. So, as you can see, if I put this gray box here on the screen, again, this is stablecoin dominance. So when this is high, that means more assets or more people's capital is in stablecoins and not in crypto, not in altcoins and Bitcoin. So it's actually a good thing. You can say it's bullish when this goes lower, okay? So let me get rid of these lines showing the higher highs and higher lows. But yeah, this is now in distribution up here, and it is holding this kind of demand level support zone at 10.5%. Now, always to get a better picture, I like to flip my charts to inverse. So if I flip my chart to inverse, it's a lot more clear. This picture is a lot more clear here. And this looks like a bottom to me. Okay, right? This looks like it wants to go ahead and pump up higher, break this, and we're going to see, you know, stablecoin dominance head back to lower than 5%, which of course is bullish for the market in general, because that just means people are selling their stables and putting them into alts. Okay, so when we flip it inverse, it's kind of very clear that this is a bottoming structure. But if we put it back to regular, it's a top structure, right? So don't get too confused here. But yeah, this looks like it wants to break back down. It looks like Bitcoin dominance wants to break up. That's what I'm seeing, Lorenzo, on these. Lorenzo says, fantastic. Thanks for the explanation. No problem. Thank you for the support here, being here in the live stream. We got Elvis saying, hi, everyone. What's happening, Elvis? Good to see you. Reverend Flashback. Connor, do you see Zyber retrace further, maybe down to $5 to $6, or is the correction done and more upside ahead? Well, we can go ahead and look at it. By the way, Sidus, I do have to give credit where credit is due. So for anybody not aware, I've had Sidus Hero NFTs from 2021. I've been in the project for a while. But I was talking to actually Lorenzo, and I was kind of going over some metaverse gaming coins, and he said, yeah, Sidus, I like it a lot. And I'm like, haven't looked at Sidus in like 2 years, but I know it's solid. And now it's pumping, it's up huge. So just to give credit where credit is due, big shout out to Lorenzo for reminding me about Sidus. I'm up around 100% for my entry here, right, as well as in the Discord too. So yeah, that's Sidus, but let's look at Zyber Swap. So Zyber Swap corrected nicely right towards our support level that I've outlined in all of my videos at, you know, just below 10 bucks. Let's put this on a 4-hour time frame here. So Zyber, I mean, what a win, huge win. Everybody should have made at least some money from this one if you watched the channel and bought this one kind of early. You know, this one, whether you call it a 60x, a 50x, a 30x, a 20x, a 10x, doesn't matter, right? Just, you know, realize some profit, pat yourself on the back for making money and making a good trade, right? You don't need to thank me. You made the decision to buy it, you took the risk, and you pressed that buy and sell button. So you got to give yourself credit. But yeah, we have broken structure now in Zyber Swap, broken the parabola, broken the trend line, and, you know, it's correcting right now. So we have tested the $10, really, you know, sub 10. We tested $9.30. Can we go lower? Yes, we absolutely can. Especially with fear in the air, right? With a weak looking Bitcoin, a strong dollar. Dollar still ripping up higher. Right? Bitcoin goes ahead and tanks here. You better believe people are going to get scared. and they're going to panic sell their risky assets, something like ZyberSwap, right? This thing has a market cap of, what's the market cap right now? It has a market cap of $9.5 million. You know, this is still a very, very small project. It does not take a lot of money to move something like this. A lot of people were farming this from day one. They've accrued thousands and thousands and thousands of the Zyber tokens. If they want to go ahead and exit and they sell it, you better believe it's going to crash that price. All right, so going back to the chart over here. You know, this is solid over here, $8 to $9. I think you'll be happy, you know, with that entry down the line. Not financial advice, but lower than that, I like this level down here around $5, $5.20 to be exact. This one, this green line. Okay, so these are kind of your levels to look for. If you want to, you can set alerts. Put level 1. All right. Not the same functionality as the actual trading view. Still works. And then this is level 2 over here. Okay. So these are your kind of buy levels, if you want to call them that, on ZyberSwap. Again, you don't need somebody to hold your hand, you know, put a pacifier in your mouth and tell you when to take profit. If you bought this thing at around $1 and it went up to $22 and you didn't sell a single token, you're doing this very, very wrong. All right. The best way to do it is basically just sell it after each pump. You want to sell into the buying volume. You don't want to sell into the selling volume, right? This is kind of basic stuff, but a lot of people, because of the human emotions of greed and fear, overlook this kind of stuff. So going forward, if you mess this one up and you didn't sell a single token when it was like $15 to $20, this is what you got to do. Look at the volume on the chart. When you get the big green volume spikes, you sell a little bit. It's that easy. All right, you sell into the buying volume. You don't panic when it starts to sell off and you get all the red selling volume. That's when you're supposed to look for entries. All right. So yeah, sell into buying volume. Whether it's Zyber, Sidus, whatever you're looking at, especially this is specifically with kind of crypto. When things really start to pump, whether you're looking at low caps, high caps, whatever, you know, when you have that buying volume come in, something like right now, you see this big green buying volume, you know, that's when, if you're going to sell, that's when you do sell. All right, you don't sell when the volume is big red and everything is just selling off, going lower, 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 lower. Little basic right there for micro caps or even mid caps, because we can see mid caps pump like 5x in a day. It's happened in a bull market, right? And you don't want to be the one holding the bag, playing musical chairs, left standing at the end of it. Just sell during the buying volume, all right? If you want to take profit strategy, and then go live your life, all right? You can turn, you know, 10K into $1 million with 100x. You can turn 10K into 100K easily. You know, go ahead and enjoy that. Sell it, but in order to enjoy it, you got to realize the profit. If you don't realize the profit, it's never going to happen. All right, so that should answer your ZyberSwap question, Reverend Flashback. Dionyse84 says, thoughts on Alien Phi Alien? It's a deck similar to Zyber, just launched yesterday. They're advertising 20 mil total value locked, less than a day, more trading pairs than Zyber. I have not heard of Alien Phi, to be real with you, my man. Let's go ahead and check out DeFi Llama on the Arbitrum chain. This is the last question I'm going to take for a while because I got some content that I want to cover myself here. I appreciate the engagement in the live chat and everybody asking. So let's see. ZyberSwap number 2, total value locked. What was yours called? Alien. Let's see if we can find it. So it's not listed on DeFi Llama. Is it on Arbitrum? Some more details would be nice here. Just to make my life a little bit easier. Alien Phi, let's see. It is on Arbitrum. Let's take a look at this chart. So it launched a week ago. Shout out to Bobby Shmurda about a week ago. And February 22nd, it's got data. So listen, I don't know anything about this project. It's got a market cap of $4 million. It's a micro cap. Had an initial pump. Now it's selling off. Don't overcomplicate it. You know, if you want to buy this thing, wait for the trend line to break and then buy it at the trend line break as it pumps higher. Certainly this looks bullish to me, right? Just going off of the technicals, call this a descending wedge. You know, this is a bullish pattern. It has sold off a lot from the top, right? It's down 55%, all right? So you're not buying a top here, you're buying an asset that's down 55% from its top at a $4 million market cap. Is this a solid DEX or is it a rug pull? I cannot answer that question. I have no idea. But yeah, just going off the technicals, you know, this is if we see it break here, then it could go for a run for sure. But here's the thing: ever since ZyberSwap launched, and let's go back to DeFi Llama. Ever since ZyberSwap launched, it's just like a copy fest. It's ridiculous what happens on these blockchains. You know, when one project has success, 10 copycats show up immediately after. You cannot replicate the success of something. ZyberSwap went viral, all right? You cannot replicate something going viral organically. This went viral organically, all right? Do you understand that? These projects copycatting, Alien, Oreo, whatever the heck you're looking at, it's not going to have the same result because when something goes viral organically, it's impossible to replicate, right? It's like an NFT. It's one of one. It's like a human being, one of one. There's only one of you and one of me, and there's nobody else like you, all right? So you can't replicate organic virality, and ZyberSwap did that. They launched at the perfect time. They were basically the first community fair launch DEX. They got myself to do the marketing, basically, right? The Crypto Emperor went ahead and let everybody know about it early. It was just the perfect storm of ingredients. It worked out perfectly. So with all these copycats, I would just be careful is what I'm trying to say here. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to our Twitter wisdom. And for today's Twitter wisdom, we're talking about the Coinbase Layer 2 news that has just popped up into the mainstream. All right, so build on Base protocol. It's an Ethereum Layer 2. Now, my thoughts on this is so unnecessary. Look, Coinbase is basically the US government. Coinbase will censor your transactions, right? They will lock your account because they want to be regulatory compliant. My best guess is that they are going to be censoring transactions on their Layer 2 here. Why wouldn't they, right? They're basically, you know, the government. Why would anybody want to use something that Coinbase owns in a decentralized ecosystem, right? This is trash. I mean, good marketing ploy, good for them, right? They're doing what they need to do. But my stance on it, I'll never use it. I mean, I shouldn't say never, right? If there's an opportunity to make some gains, you better believe I'm going to be on that network doing what I got to do to make those gains. But yeah, this is just, why would anybody want to use a Coinbase Layer 2? Right? If they don't like you, they will censor you. You know, again, which is why I'm really bullish on privacy coins. Stuff like Oasis Rose. I mean, talking about good Layer 1s and ZKs and AI and all the likes built into one, it's Oasis Rose. This is a gem at a $363 million market cap. You know, $1, it's like a 13-14x. You know, that's not bullish enough for an actual bull market. You know, realistically, this can get to multiple dollars. So anyway, that's Rose. We'll look at Rose later in the stream. Just kind of giving my 2 cents about this. But the good news is they're using Optimism and Optimism's kind of Layer 2 developer stack. So what this means is that there's going to be a lot of volatility to trade on the OP token. Okay? And as traders, we need the volatility because volatility equals, you know, money in our trading account, basically, if we can execute properly. So looking at the Optimism chart here, first of all, zoom it out to a daily just to get the bigger picture again. And looking at Optimism on the daily time frame, shouldn't be too hard to see what's happening, right? This was the previous all-time high resistance over here around $2.30. and we have broken out above that and retested it. All right, and this retest here where I'm putting my circle, this was where you want to long. Longing up here, you're longing resistance. It's a very dangerous game to play, especially in the current market environment. So yeah, I mean, you long support, you don't long resistance, and then you short resistance, you don't short support, right? So some more basics, but it's always good to remind everybody. Now this wick, let's go to an hourly time frame. Yeah, I mean, not really a great looking chart right now in terms of being bullish, especially with the overall market conditions the way they are. So too late to enter short now. I mean, you could go low leverage, but if you're looking for an optimal entry, maybe you be patient and you wait for up here. Here's the thing, this is hot. Optimism is hot right now. It's the buzz, it's the talk of the town. Coinbase is using them for their layer 2. So there's going to be a lot of crazy volatility. So the more I look at it, the more likely I think it is that it sweeps the top, because there's so many people that are short, and everybody that's short has all of their stops up here. Okay, so if you want to think like a market maker, you basically would just play it like this. Yeah, something like that. You might not get filled, it might never make its way up here, but if it does, you have the lowest risk, highest possible reward entry, simply playing a swing failure pattern sweep of the top in supply, right? This is a supply zone. So that's how I would play this on OP currently. Around a $3, $3.15 to $3.20 for the entry there on OP. All right, let's go ahead and yeah, that's our Twitter wisdom for today, guys. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at ccell_8. Let's go ahead and build the Twitter account here and yeah, build this up. I appreciate your support. Go smash that follow button on Twitter. Now, another asset I want to talk about today is HBAR. I'm still very, very bullish on HBAR. Haven't really been showing HBAR a lot of love, but I'm going to make a full video on it today after this stream. But I want to talk about it right now before we kind of get into our altcoin requests and the likes. So first thing you should notice is HBAR has had an explosive run from the bottom. It's gone up 174%, almost a 3x. Now it is looking due for a further correction. We got a lot of signals kind of pointing to the fact that we're going to go ahead and correct further. All right, first things first, you'll notice that the price action on the daily time frame is making continuous higher highs. But if we connect the highs and then we look at something like the RSI, it's making lower highs on the RSI. What is this called? This is just called bearish divergence. All right, that is kind of your initial flashing signal that we're due for a correction. Now keep in mind, whatever system you use to trade, whether you use divergence, supply demand, swing failure patterns, indicators, right, that give you the buy and sell thing on the chart, it doesn't matter what you're using. They all require you to make the decision to enter the trade before the setup plays out. So you need to trust whatever system you use, whatever system you trade. And when it gives you the signal, you need to execute on it. It's that simple, all right? And whatever you use, whatever system you're using, you're still trading the right side of the chart. You don't know what's going to happen, all right? So that's why you need to take risk. There's no risk without reward here. But anyways, HBAR right now looking due for a little bit of a correction. Where would I want to see this hold as support? Just following my lines, very simple. 6.2 cents is my main level here on HBAR. Actually, we don't have to do it like this. I can label the line itself. You want to make that middle to the right. Perfect. So this is our main support level at 6.2 cents on H bar. Listen, this thing, I have it going to $1 plus multiple dollars by 2024, 2025. So, this is another, you call it a gem, but it's a mid cap, high cap. Anyway, 6.2 cents is where you want to watch for this correction. You want to see that level hold. And closest to current price, they're supported at 7.5 cents. All right. But zoom down on the weekly time frame. This thing's got a ways to go to fill the gap up to 14 cents. So, yeah, 14 cents really is, it's got a date with 14, and then it makes its way back up into these levels here. But H bar, still like it a lot. If you don't own a dead pixel yet, you're probably going to regret it in the future. So I would look into getting a dead pixel if you don't already have one. Bullish on the dead pixels. The Barboons or whatever, yeah, they're pretty good. But dead pixels, in my opinion, is the NFT collection to have on H bar. All right, let's go ahead and catch up with the live chat here. See what's going on. Smash up that like button, guys, if you're enjoying the stream so far. Appreciate your support. Ostia Craig Lanzi says, hello, bro, from Berlin. Thoughts on VeChain? Looking strong. So, yeah, VeChain has been strong as of late. So, I charted VeChain on my Sunday stream. And I do believe that, yeah, so VeChain on the Sunday stream, if you look how the TA played out here that I drew up, it played out perfectly. But regardless, this Sunday was this green candle here. And you can see with my yellow lines and the X's, these were the targets I laid out. All right, so price came just short of our first target here at 3.3 cents. It made its way to 3.2 cents. All right, so a half a penny away from reaching this first one. And then your next target's up here at 4.4 cents. And you'll notice with the gray box here, held support perfectly in that correction. So VeChain, yeah, it is stronger than a lot of these other assets. Still holding within Monday's price range. As you can see, the Monday low is over here at 2.8 cents. Right now, price is 2.9. A lot of assets are trading beneath their Monday lows, and these are the weak ones. But VeChain right now, certainly showing some signs of a correction here. Has had a really strong run up, and again, this is kind of, it's not exactly like Bitcoin at 25K, but this is a huge weekly resistance level up here at 3.3 cents. So yeah, where you should look to bid on VeChain, I'll make it pretty clear for you. This bid area here, right? This is from 2.7 cents down to 2.6 cents. This is your bid area to look for the push up towards those next targets. Hope that helps. Reverend, thanks, brother. Do you actually ever work with fibs, by the way? Yes, for sure. For sure. I look at the fibs. Jazzy says, my guy, it's good to see you. How high do you see WAGMI Games going? So it's a micro cap, Jazzy. Right now, it's got a market cap. It's got a market cap of $9.8 million. Again, it hasn't really broken out of its listing range yet. I mean, it's certainly at the top of the range. The ideal entry is not really here right now, right? You want to buy low. You want to buy as low as possible. And then versus ETH. Really, the timing in my first video where I covered it was impeccable. When versus ETH, it was over here in early February. But how high do I see it going? $100 mil plus market cap. I mean, depending on how big it does get, they have GameStop partnered with them, Mutable X. So this one could be huge. 100 mil at least market cap, but it could go a lot higher. So it could be multiple 100 mil. That's why an entry around a $5-6 million market cap makes such a big difference over an entry at like a $10 million market cap. Right, your entry price is so important with micros. But yeah, WAGMI, it's a good one. Sidus, good one. Senate, good one. WASDR, good one. Compete, solid. There's so many good low cap gaming projects out there. I got a guy commenting on all my gaming videos about a blockchain on the XRP ledger. Look, I'm not interested in anything on the XRP ledger personally. He takes it personally that I don't want to look at his coin on the XRP ledger. Dude, I'm not going to go buy XRP and then start interacting with the ledger, right? Ethereum is the GOAT. Ethereum is going to smoke XRP. So yeah. And was under 2 cents yesterday. If you want to get WAS, you got to try to get it under 2 cents. It's going to make a big difference in the end, grand scheme of things. Yeah, all these are solid. We got Cambo Zone saying, glad to see you, sir. Thank you, Cambo Zone. Somebody asking about hash flow, HFT. Let's see it. So HFT is correcting. As you see, so this is like okay, kind of a weekly reversal playing out here. Yeah, this is due. As you see, it's just breaking, depending on how you draw it. This is kind of your main line to watch. You just put this line on the chart, and this level, it looks like it would line up right with the 38.2 fib from high to low. Let's just test that. Okay, that's actually the 50% right here at 61 cents. So this is major support here at 61 cents. And you got down here too. As kind of your main demand on the chart. So it depends how big of a correction this gets. This is a low market cap, so this can get slammed pretty hard. Right now it's 26% from high to low. It's possible it goes 50%. It's very, very possible it goes 50%. It pumped from the start of the year. It pumped 236%. It can have a 50% correction down here back to 45 cents. So yeah, if you want to be patient with it, wait for there. If you want to be more aggressive with it, wait for around 60, but we'll see. We'll see. Most likely a lot of profit taking on something like this. So it could consolidate for a while, dip, and then kind of go higher. We got Riley Hall saying, guys, smash up that like button if you're enjoying the stream so far. Riley Hall says, welcome back on a Thursday afternoon. What's your thoughts on Algo? I see it coming down to 25 or 23 cents. Yeah, let's look at Algo. So Algo, talking about the ISO 20022 coins. Algo is certainly one of the top ones, as well as HBAR. And then the other one that I like is Quant. All right, if I'm going to touch any banker coins, those are going to be the three that I touch and hold. All right, not really interested in the others like XRP, XLM, etc., etc. Algo, HBAR, and Quant are the ones that I like from the ISO banker coins, totalitarian CBDC devices of authority. Totally anti-freedom, but hey, it is what it is. Now looking at Algo, double top up here at resistance. Breaking the Monday low after deviating beneath it yesterday. Okay, so that's a sign of weakness right there. Beautiful price action yesterday on this move up back to mid-range. Yeah, right back up to mid-range. Yeah, Riley, I agree. You know, right, let's just examine where stops are. People are long, where are their stops? Under this low, but you know, this is very likely to get taken out. A lot of people have their stops under this low, so that's 25.6 cents. Looks about right to get tagged. This low is 2.565. Got to get this perfect. There we go. So that's our first one at 25.65 cents. And then, so just kind of taking a step back, the main breakout level that I have had on my chart is this yellow line at 24.9 cents. All right, this is your main breakout level. So this really is, you want to get as close to this as possible if you want to play this kind of macro breakout, and this is still in play. This is definitely still in play here on Algo. As you can see, if I just make this clean, these lows from June until October, then we broke through it in November when FTX collapsed, right? All these lows here, this was very strong support. It looked like the bottom of the bear market before November happened, before FTX happened, right? This looked like kind of the bottom support level that was holding. It ended up coming down here to around 15, 16 cents. And now it's trying to reclaim that previous support, now resistance at like 27, 28, 30 cents. All right, so this macro breakout is still in play. On the weekly time frame, this is still extremely bullish to me. Right, you can pull up the weekly RSI here, and you do indeed have the weekly bullish divergence, right, connecting these. So starting to play out, everything is there. We just haven't seen the full kind of expansive move yet. It's taking a while, right? It's up 68%, but we've seen a lot of altcoins pump 2, 3, 4x from something, a setup like this. Of course, Algo is a high cap, very high market cap, you know, heavily invested coin by VCs and such. So a lot more selling pressure with something like this, which is why it doesn't move as hard. But listen, when it moves and actually gets going, it puts in weeks like this. Okay, it moves very quickly, and that's still on the table for Algo. You got to be patient with it. You know, you look to sell this and chase after something else. After you sell it, it's probably going to be when it pumps. So you might as well, if you've been waiting, just wait for it to actually break out. It has not broken out yet, but it's on track to. But yeah, this is your first level over here at 25.6. Next you have 24.9. And hey, if it gets back down to our gray demand here at 23, that's even better. But yeah, still on track for that macro weekly time frame breakout. Michael saying, welcome back, Connor. Hope all is going well with you. Can you please look into Daffy Protocol, Wads Pay? Thanks. Appreciate that, Michael. All right, we'll look at Daffy. Daffy Protocol. So this thing went ballistic. Go to our weekly time frame. In 2 weeks, this went like 10x. 20x. 2,000%. That's impressive. Out of nowhere. Right? It was going down only for like 2 years straight. Then it recoups all those losses in 2 weeks. Again, welcome to crypto. This stuff happens. So now it's just in consolidation. Hasn't had a proper sell-off. This is a 60% sell-off actually on the weekly. Let me get out a log. It just throws everything off. All right, so you got to treat this as a range play. So if you do treat it like a range play, I'm pretty sure on like the 15-minute chart or something, there is a demand zone here, which is why I drew this green box the way I did. But I'm gonna notice we're in that. Okay, so after a major sell-off. But I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust this demand zone now to this. Okay, so if you treat it like a range play, you just want to buy it at the bottom of the range. And that's below 2 cents on Daffy. You know, this should, like, this pump doesn't happen for no reason. This should continue to perform like this. Or maybe not this drastic where it goes 20x in 2 weeks. But, you know, you can expect it to continue to do well because still, if you look at this chart, it's got a long way to go from its, you know, early trading days in 2021. It did launch at the peak of the bull market, but it's got a long way to go back up higher up here. This chart's crazy absurd. But yeah, treat it like a range play here, and if you treat it like a range play, you want to enter at the bottom of the range below 2. And then your other one, Wads Pay. Never heard of that before. So this, what's this market cap? Yeah, Michael, I'm not really sure what to say about this one. On our weekly, we'll just chart it going off of the technicals. Weekly looks super good. All right, weekly looks like it's starting to wake up. Let me put volume on this chart. Weekly is looking like it wants to wake up. Notice the big green buying volume the past 2 weeks. Right, that's kind of a leading indicator that people are starting to take notice again. You know, on the weekly here, this, you can kind of call this like a a weekly descending wedge. Yeah, this is looking very bullish here, Michael. And I like the volume profile, right? Pump up, buyers clearly in control. During this entire consolidation, volume dropping off. Now as it's trying to break out, you got the buyers stepping back in. So certainly, you know, I don't know anything about what this is. No idea what even the market cap is. This looks like MLM, like with these letters and this. Yeah, who knows what the heck this thing is. But your chart is looking pretty decent. So yeah, it looks like it wants to run. Do something absurd here. Go risk 50% of your money to make like 20x or something. Who knows? Could pump really hard. It certainly looks ready to pump really hard. That's Wad's pay. Kathleen Smith saying, if USD is being printed, why is it getting weaker? What does this mean? USD is getting stronger. How is this happening? Kathleen, I'm not really sure what your question is. Go look into how the Fed works, interest rates, stuff like that. A lot to explain here on the stream. DYDX. Is DYDX still strong? And we got Mike B 1800. You did miss the Zyber update. It was towards the beginning of the stream, Mike. Now DYDX, is it still strong? No. Why do I say no? Well, it's below 275. Okay, below 275 is no bueno. It's also below Monday's low price. If I put the key level indicator back here, it's below Monday's low price. All right, so in order for DYDX to be strong, you want to see it hold above this range high at 275. Below it, not good. You can expect further kind of corrections, and we are yet to test these lows over here. I already have it all labeled. We're yet to test down here around $2. All right, so you know, Bitcoin spills out here. Let's look at BTC again. Trying to hold, but just these wicks are not great looking. Yeah, but if Bitcoin spills lower, DYDX is going to spill lower, and it's going to go to $2. And that's a big gap. Hard to short here because you got to put your stop so high. You know, realistically, you should put your stop up here. It's 9%. So, you know, if you want to get short on this thing, you want to short it as close to 275 as possible. And like I said, ride it down to around 2. But yeah. Looks like it could already be on its way down lower, but you know, this would be risking less than 4%, so it's a good setup if you can get that entry, which there's no guarantees that it's going to come back up there. And that's kind of right where our golden pocket is as well. And the 78.6 is at 197, so yeah, that looks like a likely place for a correction further on DYDX. The Inspiring Channel says, do you see Bitcoin to 18K? Lowest, I think, is like 20K. What is the lowest time frame you apply the supply and demand strategy for? It works on every single time frame. Every single time frame it works. Victor Pena, you have some fundamentals for WAS? I just don't get why it could be important. It's like a Discord combined with Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, it's like a social atmosphere. It's the social. It's building infrastructure. It's not an actual game. It connects to every single game, and it's an infrastructure play for crypto gaming. And yeah, you kind of described it accurately. I think it's a good idea. I think it has potential to hit hard. So I can make an individual video on it, but yeah, you already kind of know what it is. So Narala says, "Hi Connor. I don't know why I don't get notifications from you. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe, unclick the bell and then click it again, or like unsubscribe and then resubscribe and then turn on notifications again just to reset it. I'm not sure why that's happening, but yeah, it's odd." Tintin says, "Connor Stackos, please." Stack OS. Weekly chart here, not looking very good at all. A lot of discrepancy here with price. It's not right. Let me see. So we'll look at Stackos versus Ethereum. And it is low, which is good. Yeah, I mean, it's got some weekly, it's getting stronger on the weekly at least. That's good. Right, so as the price action has made a lower low here, it's actually getting stronger. So could potentially be, yeah, this is bullish. This is actually super nice. Reason I say that, look, this used to be our main support level on the chart. We deviated beneath it. This is Stackos versus ETH. We deviated beneath support here. We lost it. Now we're just trying to reclaim it with a nice V-shaped reversal out, and you look for it to pump out of it. We've seen this setup work so many times from January 1st, 2023, right? Price deviates underneath the main support level, reclaims it, and then, it starts to run higher. Your first main target here on Stackos is going to be up here. This is versus Ethereum again. But from current price, this is 4x over 4x. So yeah, I like that. I like the chart. Looks good. No idea what the project is. Have no clue what the fundamentals are. But yeah, it looks solid. So that's that. And we're going to look at one more. Cambo Zone says, "What do you think about Sol? How low does it go?" Let's look at Solana. So Solana here on the daily time frame. My levels are already on the chart. Let's see how they match up. 18. With a possible low of 15. Big correction. It is possible we get down there. Yeah. This line at 1840 is going to produce a big bounce. All right, so if you're shorting, this is a big take profit level for you. I would expect a very big bounce from this level at 1840. But on an actual correction, you know, if we get an actual correction, 40%, wouldn't be the first time it's going to happen in crypto. Wouldn't be the first time it has happened in crypto, and wouldn't be the last time it would happen either. You know, altcoins, for anybody that's new to the market, it's a pretty routine thing where we'll get leverage flush outs where altcoins will get crushed 40, 50, 60% in like a day or 2 days. So it happens. It certainly does happen. And yeah, that would take Solana down here towards around 15 bucks. And Woo is going to be the last coin that we look at today. So you see my fractal on Woo that I put on the chart previously, and it is kind of playing out so far very well. It's actually weird how well these things play out when you grab previous price action and you apply it to over here. So Woo's still following the plan, but here's the thing: we're having a lot of time, or we're having a very hard time up here at 27.28 cents. Okay, this was the high from August, and we swept that level not once but twice. We got a double sweep. So the double sweep is very bearish, and it could mean that we don't see this fractal play out just yet. Now, in terms of strength compared to other altcoins, this is significantly stronger than others. And in order to stay strong, get rid of this for a second. In order to stay strong, it needs to hold above this trend line, of course. And if you notice what's happening here in the 4 hour, we have a nice kind of compression happening where we have our horizontal resistance and we have our diagonal sloping support. So this is going to get narrower, narrower, narrower. So this could still work. This could still definitely work. But here's the thing, Bitcoin, like this is a bullish pattern, the ascending triangle, ascending pennant, but just as many times as I've seen it actually break out to the upside, I've seen it also break out to the downside too. So it's really going to matter what Bitcoin does. That's the main thing. Bitcoin's bullish, well then Woo is going to pump harder. But if Bitcoin tanks, well then Woo is not going to complete this fractal. And sub 16 cents, 18 to 16 cents is where it would likely correct to. $0.17 is perfect, yeah. Like I said, 18 to 16 cents. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream now. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We covered a lot today, from the relevant news about Coinbase and their layer 2. You know, we talked about Bitcoin. I didn't really get into the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. But all you need to know about that is just what I've been saying. LDO, Lido. Just hold it and wait. Right? This is one of the strongest coins on the market. We look at the Crypto Empire Premium Discord over here on January 12th, you know, when Lido was below $2, that was when to buy. It's not too late. I think this thing's going to be like $8 to $10 pretty soon, right? Even if we do correct, I think it's going to be one of the quickest ones to recover. Out of all tokens, this is the most held by the big hedge funds and VCs and private equity groups, etc. They all hold Lido. It's all synonymous with their holdings. There's a reason why. In terms of on-chain transactions on Ethereum, it's basically the #1 protocol. Most total value locked. It's huge. All right, don't fade Lido. Don't try and short this. You're gonna get smoked. This thing's gonna be like $8 to $10. So if you got it below 2, you're looking at a 4 to 5x pretty quickly. Yeah, really bullish on Lido. And you see my lines on the chart, 20 to $40. Of course, there are other ones like Frax, FXS. Recently, YFI got involved in the liquid staking derivative narrative, right? They basically changed their protocol to allow for it. Crypto is so funny. It's really a joke, but hey, people will change. For example, I remember when ZyberSwap got listed on Bitget, and they listed all the Arbitrum coins. They listed Camelot, as well as all the other coins. None of them were AI coins, but Bitget in their article is like, all these new artificial intelligence coins are getting listed, and this was when artificial intelligence was pumping. So listen, it doesn't matter what you're looking at. Marketers are going to market. Every single exchange, not just Bitget, every single exchange does it. Every single protocol does it. It's ruthless. It is cutthroat, and they will do whatever they can to get people interested in their projects. And YFI changing to LSDs, I mean, that's why it's pumping today when the entire market is red. This is up 10%. It's a narrative play, probably a sell the news play too. So if you're buying this up here, you could get smoked. I would be careful. But yeah, LDO is all you have to know about the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. And if you want to get access to my Discord where I make calls like this, you have to go to my website, cryptoempireco.io. And all information about joining the Discord is going to be on there. All right, hit join Discord at the top. Also, I do my trading on Bitget if I'm not using a decentralized exchange. Link down in the description below. You get a ton of deposit bonuses with Bitget. So go ahead and sign up using my link, and I appreciate your support. It does directly support the channel. Great trading exchange there. Aside from their marketing, where they paid like some intern talk about AI coins or something like that. But anyways, guys, this is all we have for today. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I'll be back on Sunday with another live stream, and I got some regular scheduled videos coming out for you guys. So hit that subscribe button if you're brand new. Turn on all bell notifications if you don't already have all bell notifications on. Hope you all enjoyed the live stream. Smash that like button before we end it. We don't even have as many likes as viewers. Not sure what's happening there. Smash up that like button. I appreciate your support. I'll see you all in the next video. Have an amazing rest of your day. We got the weekend coming up. Every single weekend, the price action in the crypto market slows down. It's usually best to not take trades or open new trades over the weekend. And yeah, so don't FOMO into anything. With the weekend coming up here, I expect slowdowns, and the way it looks right now, with the dollar strong, Bitcoin getting really rejected from 25K, it is possible we do have a nice correction. So expect it, really. Doesn't mean we're gonna just start crashing and never go higher again. I'm still bullish on the weekly, even daily time frames. After this kind of little storm passes, we're gonna get up to 28K, and ultimately, my goal, my target has not changed for this bear market rally. At around $40,000 is where I see the Bitcoin price headed here. So maybe a slow into February, then a strong start to March. We'll see how it goes. Regardless, I'll be here to see it happen live, and cover it for all of you guys in video form. So I'm glad that you guys like the videos. Appreciate all of your support. I'll see you all in the next video, and let the gains be with you. Connor from Crypto Empire.